Welcome to another edition of McReynolds Rundown. Can you believe it? Race number 15, the first time for the Cup cars to race in St. Louis in the books, and Joey Logano becomes the fourth driver in 2022 to have multiple wins. So what are my thoughts on the debut at St. Louis for the Cup cars? I've got to say, we knocked it out of the park. When I go back to last year and I saw that St. Louis was on the Cup schedule, I was pretty excited because I felt like Xfinity and trucks, they've always put on a great race at that mile-and-a-quarter racetrack. And yesterday, how racy that track was, you could run on the bottom, you could run in the middle, and it was with no additive, no resin, no traction compound. The restarts were off the chart, and the city of St. Louis embraced it. It was not only a race, it was a big event. The weather was great, and another sellout crowd. I can only hope, and I'm hearing rumors it's already there, I can only hope when the 2023 schedule comes out, St. Louis will be right back on it. Well, as everybody's standing around the water cooler, yeah, they're talking about Joey Logano getting that win at St. Louis, but I think it's more about Denny Hamlin, Ross Chastain, even throwing a little Chase Elliott. So do I approve of what Denny Hamlin did on Sunday in retaliation for Ross Chastain? I totally understand Denny Hamlin's frustration. He felt like he had a good race car and that Ross Chastain just flat took him out. I felt like as Denny went after him one time, I kind of understand that, but I felt like it went on too on. It just was a bad look for NASCAR. And you know what? If you're going to retaliate, go ahead and take him out and be done with it. Don't just keep doing it over and over again. I found it interesting that NASCAR gave Denny Hamlin a warning after the first time, but he kept right on doing it. The one thing I don't approve of what Denny Hamlin did is when he witnessed Ricky Stenhouse Jr. spinning Bubba Wallace out, Denny Hamlin went after Ricky Stenhouse Jr. You are not the keeper of the race. So I just feel like Denny Hamlin needs to stay in his lane, and I do not think that this is completely over between Denny Hamlin and Ross Chastain. Well, my next topic, now that we're 15 races into 2022, we are seeing more drivers take hits in the next gen and be a little roughed up a little bit more. Why is that? You think about Harvick from the race at St. Louis on Sunday. You know, I don't know if they're taking more hits with this next gen car. I just think we're having more wrecks. We're seeing more single car spins. We're seeing more drivers hit the wall. Of course, we're seeing issues like left rear tires. I just think there's more going on with this next gen car. But I've got to say, it continues to pass the test on the safety side of things. I go back to Charlotte with Chris Buescher barrel rolling down the front straightaway 4.5 times, and he was able to crawl out of that car and completely walk away. I thought that really put it to the test. And yes, that was a hard lick that Kevin Harvick took with 5 laps to go at St. Louis. Yeah, he got out a little gingerly, but he's okay. The good thing is we know every time one of these cars wrecks, NASCAR takes a look at it, and if changes need to be made, we know they will be made. Well, here we go with a great fan question. Comes from Sydney Hendrick in Portland, Oregon. Larry, I had a great time on Saturday at the Xfinity Series race. Do you think NASCAR comes back even though it was raining and was a wreck fest? Well, I will say, Sydney, it was a wreck fest. But think about it. It was a road course and it was raining. It never fails when we try to race in the rain that these drivers, especially in the Xfinity Series with not a lot of experience at racing in the rain, they're going to get back at each other. And, of course, we saw Sheldon Creed mad at Jade Buford. We saw Noah Gragson mad at Ty Gibbs. And it's a very, very long list. These guys still have a lot of road course racing this year. We actually have 3 more in the regular season and 1 at the Charlotte Roval in the playoffs, so they need to get it out of their system. But Sydney, I think I look back at COTA with the Cup Series last year. I felt like it did not get a fair shake because of the weather. And you know what? We went back to COTA this year. Look at the weather and look at the racing we had. No question in my mind, I feel like we should come back to Portland in 2023, and hopefully the weather will be nice, Sydney. So keep those questions coming. Submit them to @NASCAR on Fox on Twitter. Use hashtag McReynolds Rundown. I'm a little sad. The last race of NASCAR on Fox coming up this weekend at Sonoma and Wine Country. Who will be the king of the road course out there in Northern California?
Hey race fans, thanks for watching our video. For all NASCAR on Fox news, content, and the best clips from Fox Sports, be sure to follow and subscribe to our channel.